By the time you're 50, you've probably lost about 20% of your overall muscle mass compared to when you're in your 20s and 30s. Muscle health is the key to longevity and good quality of life. That's what you want, all right? I'm going to tell you how to improve your muscles directly, all right?
Meet Dr. William Lee, a Harvard-trained doctor and researcher who explains how to protect your muscles, maintain strength, and stay independent as you age. In his books Eat to Beat Disease and Eat to Beat Your Diet, he explains that the right foods can help protect cells, maintain muscle mass and power, and improve overall health. His main message is simple. The foods we eat every day can help our bodies stay stronger, healthier, and more energetic. Why muscle health is important.
I'm going to tell you how to improve your muscles directly, all right? And the reason that you need to know about this is because, look, after the age of 30, most people start losing muscle mass between 5 to 10%, 3 to 8% of their muscle mass with every decade, all right? That means by the time you're 50, you've probably lost about 20% of your overall muscle mass compared to when you're in your 20s and 30s, all right? And if you keep on going, 60s, 70s, now you're losing so much muscle mass that you're going to be weaker. So you don't want that. You want yourself to actually have muscle mass, and you want to actually look like people who are able to maintain their strength. Loss of muscle is loss of strength. Loss of strength means imbalance. And one of the big problems of people who get older is that they're unstable and they fall. Once you fall, you can break your hip and then you lose your independence, right? So you want good muscle strength. Really, really important.
As we get older, one important thing begins to happen inside the body. We slowly start losing muscle. For most people, this process begins after the age of 30. It may not seem serious at first, but over time, it adds up. Every decade, people can lose a noticeable amount of muscle, which means that by the time they reach their 50s, they may already be much weaker than they were in their 20s or 30s. This matters because muscle is not only about appearance. Muscle gives you strength, stability, and the ability to move confidently. When muscle mass goes down, strength goes down too. And when strength goes down, balance often becomes worse. That is one of the reasons many older adults become more unsteady on their feet. A loss of balance can be dangerous. A simple fall can lead to a serious injury, such as a broken hip. And for many people, that kind of injury can take away their independence and make everyday life much harder. That is why maintaining muscle is so important as you age. Strong muscles help you stay active, steady, and independent. In simple words, more muscle means more strength, better balance, and a better quality of life. Researchers found how to maintain muscles, mass, and power.
So I want to tell you about the research. And this is researchers from the Taipei Medical University in Taiwan. They analyzed all the data from 12 high-quality randomized clinical trials looking at omega-3s, all right? In total, in these 12 trials, more than 2,000 adults age 60 and older, all right? And they also were asking the question, people who are eating omega-3s, also known as PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, was there any connection between the amount of PUFAs or omega-3s they were eating and muscle mass and muscle strength? And here's what they found. The people who consumed the most omega-3s had a 2% increase in their muscle mass, and they had a 4% increase in their hand grip strength, all right? That's a reflection of your overall muscles. And they had a 5 to 6% better performance in the chair rise test. What's a chair rise test? Well, guess what? If you're sitting in a chair and I said, get up, what would you have to do? You would have to push the chair back, then you have to raise yourself up and stand up straight. That actually takes muscle strength. So now you might be saying at this point, 1 to 2% muscle mass improvement, 2 to 4% improvement in hand grip strength, 5 to 6% performance in chair rise test. Doesn't sound very significant, Dr. Lee. Well, it's true. Those percentages are small, but it might not seem like a big deal, but think about it. Hand grip strength isn't just about opening a jar of pickles. Hand grip strength predicts your ability to walk smoothly and not fall, to climb up a set of stairs without losing your balance and tumbling down, and even to be able to live independently. All right. So every bit of mobility, every bit of strength makes you able to be more independent, to walk unaided. You don't need a cane. And guess what they found? These researchers found. They found omega-3s help maintain the muscle, mass and power. Now, how do omega-3s work? Well, they work in a couple of different ways. One of the most important is omega-3 fatty acids lower whole body inflammation. When you're inflamed, your whole body, guess what? Makes you feel weak. All right. So this is like more than just affecting the muscle, it affects everything. You're just feeling weaker. So omega-3s reduce the inflammation, which actually makes you come out of your shell, your inflammation shell, to be a little bit stronger. Omega-3s also improve neuromuscular function. Now, your muscles are powered by nerves. Nerves are like the wiring, okay, like the wiring in your wall that activates a machine, the machine being the muscle. The neuromuscular function is a connection between the nerves and the muscle. Omega-3s make that nerve conduction to the muscle to make it contract work better.
Foods to improve muscle health.
But there's some good news. It turns out that omega-3 fatty acids, which you can take as a supplement or you can get in the seafood, can help build your muscles and maintain your muscles, right? Omega-3s, you know, these are the healthy fats you find in oily fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, but you can all find them in all kinds of seafoods, including squid and shrimp, lobster. You can all get crab, all has omega-3s, clams. And if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you can also get omega-3s from eating plant-based foods like flaxseed, chia seeds, walnuts, soybeans. In that case, you are getting the precursor to omega-3s called ALA that your body will start to create its own omega-3s, right? So we know omega-3s are good for heart health. We know they're good for brain health. Now, research shows that they're good for muscle health as well. And omega-3s also turn on more protein synthesis in the muscle itself, so the muscle can grow. Muscles are made of protein. You're going to grow your muscle. The muscle needs to make more protein. Omega-3s can actually do that, all right? And by the way, when you do resistance training, you take a protein supplement, and then you add omega-3s, all right, it actually powers up. Taking omega-3s will make resistant training or taking protein supplements, protein powders, work even better to maintain muscle mass.
There's some good news when it comes to protecting your muscles as you get older. One nutrient that may really help is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 are healthy fats found mainly in seafood, especially oily fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. They're also found in other seafoods such as shrimp, crab, clams, lobster, and squid. If you do not eat seafood, you can still get omega-3 support from plant foods like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and soybeans. These foods contain ALA, which is a plant form of omega-3. Your body can convert some of it into the forms it needs, although not as efficiently as it gets them from fish. Most people already know omega-3s are good for the heart and the brain, but research now suggests they may also help with muscle health. So how do they help? Omega-3 may help your body build and protect muscle by supporting something called protein synthesis. That simply means helping your muscles make the protein they need to grow and stay strong. Since muscles are made mostly of protein, this process is very important. Omega-3 may be even more helpful when combined with strength training and enough protein in your diet. In other words, if you are doing resistance exercises like lifting weights, using resistance bands, or bodyweight exercises, and you are also eating protein, omega-3s may help your muscles respond even better. Simple takeaway: omega-3 helps support muscle strength, muscle maintenance, and healthy aging. They work even better when paired with exercise and protein. In very simple words, omega-3 feeds your muscles. Protein gives muscles building material. Strength training tells muscles to grow. All three together can help you stay stronger, steadier, and more independent as you age. Pro tip of Dr. Lai for you muscles health.
So, what are my pro tips for you? My pro tips are eat more omega-rich foods. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. Now, if you want plant-based version of it, of omega-3s, flax seeds. Sprinkle them onto your yogurt or your salad. Walnuts, stacking on them. Those are plant sources of the precursors for omega-3s that your body will make, ALA. The other thing you could do is take a high-quality omega-3 supplement. Okay, you want to get a formula that's rich in EPA and DHA and combine that with exercise. Remember I told you omega-3s with exercise help to build muscle even better, right? So do a little strength training. You can use a resistance band or, lift weights. Make sure that you're getting somebody to show you how to do it properly so you don't hurt yourself. But that will also, along with omega-3s, help you maintain muscle mass. So a lot of people are, really concerned about protein these days. I'm telling you, exercise, omega-3s, also a critical way to be able to do it. That's very, very science-based. When it comes to muscle mass, you want to be proactive and not reactive. You don't want to wait until you lost muscle before you try to build it back. You want to just keep it. Muscle health is the key to longevity and good quality of life. And that's what you want, all right? So anybody tells you getting old means you're going to get frail, not necessarily so. You can keep your muscle mass there, and you can actually keep your muscles in a more youthful shape so you can be strong and active into your 70s and 80s and even beyond with omega-3s.
Dr. William Lee's main advice is to start taking care of your muscles before you begin losing too much strength. In other words, don't wait until you feel weak or frail. Be proactive. Getting older does not automatically mean becoming weak or frail. With the right habits, you can help keep your muscles stronger, healthier, and more youthful for longer. Simple takeaway: eat more omega-3 rich foods. Consider omega-3 supplements if needed. Do regular strength building exercise. Start early, not after muscle loss happens. Because strong muscles are not just about fitness, they are a big part of healthy aging, independence, and quality of life.